Today I'm the groundskeeper on the lot. This is the stuff that I really enjoy around here. But I pulled up on the lot a few minutes ago after making a quick trip to Home Depot. And I pulled up on our lot, and the thought occurred to me that yesterday we had one of our wholesalers ask Shane what he was doing to sell so many cars and make so good of a profit per car that he wanted some instructional help. And I want to point out that Shane, first off, in the past 5 days, Shane has sold 3 cars. And the main thing is he's made a healthy profit on each car, around $1,500 to $1,600, with the exception of one old piece of inventory that we have. But let's focus on 2 of the 3 cars he had in less than 2 weeks, and he grossed a little over $3,000 on those cars, all cash. Now, not funny money, not put out there on paper speculating if the person pays for it or not. He sold these cars cash. Now, I want to point out one was a Volvo and the other was a Buick. And so the type of cars that he sells is the main thing that some of the other wholesalers don't get. And then I looked up and I looked at the other wholesalers. They come in here, he's got an Audi and he's got a Mercedes, are 2 of his most recent purchases. Now, folks, here's the issue here. You'll get away with selling a Volvo as a budget car because, you know, they're noted for their dependability. Obviously, there's safety, so you've got safety features. Volvo is just a great car, works in any market, new car market, budget market, because people feel they're putting their customers in a safe car. There's not too much stuff out there about them being expensive to work on. There's not a lot of issues out there with a Volvo. We've had a few with issues, but mostly it's minor issues. Mechanically, they seem to be okay. Safety-wise, they're good. And then the other was a Buick that he sold, which is, in my opinion, one of my favorite cars to sell. I love Buick domestic cars. But I guess back to my point, the other wholesaler asking Shane, and Shane and I talked a little bit about it yesterday. Okay, well, look at your inventory. Most of us know in our market, what works for us is cars that are under $5,000, especially under $3,000. But between $4,000 and $5,000, we have a pretty good market for those cars as long as they're good cars. But come on, a Mercedes and an Audi, they both have reputations for being very expensive to work on. So we get people that pull up here and they look, oh, well, I don't want a Mercedes. Oh my gosh, you know, I can't, they're a budget Mercedes. Come on. It's like selling budget Rolex watches. You know, who wants one? And so, you know, we stay away from the budget Mercedes. We stay away from budget Audis. I personally don't like Infinitis. Lexuses the same way with the RS300 and things of that nature. These are luxury cars, and they're designed for people who have money to burn. I don't think they're any better car than any other used car out there. But when you're in a used car market like we are, you've got to be selling the history of those cars. You got to be selling the maintenance of those cars. And nobody in their right mind is going to look at an Audi and a Mercedes and think cheap to work on cars. They're not. And so to our wholesaler and to those of you out there that are wondering which cars to pick, it's an easier task for us to say which ones not to pick. Don't go out here. Now, some of you may disagree with that. You may be having good luck with your Audis. You know, your Hondas, your Toyotas, your domestic cars like the Buick. You know, these cars are noted to be easy to work on as a rule. Not expensive parts. That's why I like Chryslers personally. I like Chryslers, Hondas, Toyotas. But, you know, I've never done real well off of these Mercedes and these Infinitis. That's just because budget shoppers, people that are interested in just transportation, A to B, don't want a wore out Mercedes or a wore out Infiniti. That's not thrifty buying when you're looking at a budget automobile. Now, that's my opinion. You can do whatever you want, obviously, but for me, it's Hondas, Toyotas, Buicks, Chryslers, cars that traditionally have lower maintenance or repair cost. If you find this channel informational, please like and share it. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.